Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the procession. Please help me welcome Miss Jasmine Griffin to the podium.
standing for the presentation of colors and the singing of the national anthem of the United States, followed by the national anthem of our host nation, Japan, performed by Matthew C. Perry High School Samurai Choir.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Kimi ga世は千代にや千代にさざれ一度岩を隣て苔の結まで。
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Choir, thank you for that performance. It is now our distinct pleasure to hear from Commanding Officer of Marine Corps Air Station Iwakuni, Colonel Richard M. Rusnak, Jr. I'm going to spin this around just a little bit because it'll be kind of weird to have my back to you. All right. Principal Anglem, faculty, members of the Marine Corps Station Union community, parents, family, and graduates. And thank you for allowing me to say a few words to you today. I am honored to be here. I know that no one will ever remember what I say tonight. And I am merely an impediment to a well-deserved set of celebrations that will follow this ceremony. So my remarks will be brief and hopefully not trite. Graduation speeches tend to be full of cliches, and frankly, I really hate cliches. But perhaps in the recesses of your brain, sometime in the future, there will be a moment where a synapse will fire and something said here tonight will make a lot of sense. You might not know where it came from, but it will be there, and suddenly something will become clear. So as you leave here, I want to point out a few things that you can reflect upon from your high school career and what lies ahead. First, you're entering a tough world, one that has many problems with limited and oftentimes non-optimal solutions, one in which change is accelerating, one for which you as military-affiliated students, and particularly ones who have lived overseas and experienced other cultures firsthand, are uniquely suited to succeed in. One that really needs leaders, not afraid to act, not afraid to make decisions, not afraid to fail and learn from their mistakes, and always looking to build relationships, foster personal resiliency, and be ready for anything that comes at them. Don't be afraid to step up to the plate. You have so much to offer. Second, think not about the knowledge you attained here in school, but how you learn as a human. Understanding how you learn is truly the key to success, because regardless of the topic, regardless of your chosen profession, regardless of the predicament you may find yourself in, knowing how you learn is the key to lifelong success. I use my knowledge of how I learn every day of my life, in my subsequent academic studies, in flying airplanes, working in teams, and in commanding an air station. For those of you that have already had this personal epiphany, refine it. It's a never-ending process. For those of you that may not have completely figured this out yet, focus on this as a foundational skill for the rest of your life. And finally, remember, you are always welcome here at Marine Corps Station Iwakuni. It is your home. You represent this community for the rest of your lives. It is forever on your resume. Take all the things that you've learned here, both inside and outside of the school environment, and apply it. You walk out of high school with a global network of friends and supporters. People pay big money to develop such networks. You got yours as part of your education. It is an asset no one can take from you. I would be remiss if I did not thank our amazing Dodea team here in Iwakuni that does so much every day for this air station. High-performing schools are a foundation to the success of this community. And we are lucky to have some of the best in the world aboard our air station. The dedication of our teachers, administrators, and support staff to these students' success is exceptional. Thank you for your partnership and for all you do to make Iwakuni such a great place to live, work, and matriculate. A special thanks to all who arranged this awesome ceremony. These things are not simple to put together, and you make it look easy. Finally, thank you to the parents, friends, and family that helped these graduates succeed. You should be justifiably proud of your graduates. And I'm forever appreciative of you for raising such upstanding citizens. So in closing, on behalf of the entire Marine Corps Station Iwakuni community, it is a privilege to offer our collective congratulations to the class of 2025. We will be forever cheering you on from afar. Well done. Thank you. Colonel Rusnock. Members of the class of 2025 will present a multilingual welcome. English by Hezekiah C., Spanish as delivered by Emilio Flores, German expressed by Ren Foslin, Khmer communicated by Jenna Sim, Tagalog provided by LMA Dizon, and finally, Natalie Martinez will bring a warm welcome in Japanese. Good evening. My name is Hezekiah C., and I would like to welcome you to the commencement ceremony of Matthew C. Perry High School for the class of 2025. We would like to thank all the faculty, friends, family, and honored guests who grace us here with their presence at this shining moment in our lives. We hope that this evening will be a memorable celebration of our class's accomplishments as we close the chapter in one phase of our lives and turn the page towards another, more exciting phase towards our future.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Emilio Flores y quiero darles una cordial bienvenida a todos ustedes a esta ceremonia de realización de la preparatoria Matthew C. Perry de la clase 2025. Quiero damos gracias a todos los maestros, familiares, amigos y honorables invitados que nos honran con su presencia en este momento del brillante en nuestras vidas. Esperamos que esta tarde será una celebración memorable para celebrar los logros de esta clase. Ahora que celebramos este capítulo de esta fase de nuestras vidas y pasar una página más finalmente hacia nuestro futuro. Una más vez, gracias por estar aquí. Dios los bendiga. Gert.
Dankeschön, Herr Engel. Guten Abend, mein Name ist Ren Foslin und ich möchte herzlich der Abschlussfeier der Matthew C. Perry High School für den Jahrgang 2500 willkommen. Wir möchten dieses bedeutendes Ereignis unseres Lebens. Wir hoffen, dass dieser Abend eine unvergessliche Feier der Leistungen unseres Jahrgangs sein wird, wenn wir das Kapitel einer Phase unseres Lebens abschließen und eine neue, erfahrene Phase in Reichtum unseres Zukunft. Dankeschön. Jamlepsoa, Knyom Chmoa Janasim. Som Okun, Bongboon, Grok Grok Nia, Dal Ban An Chun Mao, Graduation Knyom. Salamatthew C. Perry High School. Chnampi Puan Mabay Pram. Young Sang Kumta, Niteng Oknia, Min Belvelea High Som Okun. Samrap Belvelea de Samkanni, Samrap Yovachin Nanyu, Vienyel.
Hapon po, ako nga po pala si LMA Dizon. Nais ko po kayong batiin sa pagsisimula ng ceremony ng Matthew C. Perry High School para sa klase ng 2025. Nais po namin pasalamatan ang lahat ng guro, kaibigan, pamilya at mga panauhin patanggal na nagbigay karangalan sa amin sa napakagandang sandali ng aming buhay. Umaasa po kami na ang gabing ito ay magiging isang hindi malilimutan pagdiriwang ng mga tagumpay ng aming klase. Habang tinatapos namin ang isang yugto sa aming buhay, ay binubuksan ang bagong mas kapanibig sa yugto tungo sa aming kinabukasan. Salamat po.
本日は MC ペリー高校2025年度卒業式へようこそお越しくださいました。日本語を担当させていただくナタリー・マルティネスと申します。これまでお世話になった先生方をはじめ、関係者の方々、家族、そして来賓の皆様方と共にこの日を迎えることができ、大変感謝しております。この式典が私たちの重要な到達点の一つであり、次の目標への新たなスタートになることを願っております。ありがとうございました。
I would now like to introduce to you the principal of Matthew C. Perry High School, Mr. Kevin J. Englam. Before we begin, I want to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude. To Commanding Officer Colonel Rusnak, thank you for your leadership and support of our students and families. To Community Superintendent Ms. Sonia Gates and District Superintendent Dr. Jacqueline Ferguson, your guidance and commitment to excellence have helped shape this moment. To my incredible partner in education and introducing Dr. Wilson. Let's give her a round of applause. And to Mr. Mitchell, thank you for your collaboration and dedication. A heartfelt thank you to Ms. Sullivan, our senior class sponsor, for your tireless work behind the scenes. She deserves a huge round of applause. To Mr. Rossiter, thank you for your inspiring words today. To our technical support team, Dr. Farr up there at the booth, thank you for making sure everything runs smoothly. To the staff, the parents, and the entire MCAS Iwakuni community, thank you for being the foundation of this year's celebration. Your presence here today means everything. Now let's take a moment to recognize the journey that brought us here. This is a tradition at graduations. If this is your first year at MC Perry High School, please stand up. You may be seated. If you've spent all 4 years at MC Perry High School, please stand up. You may be seated. Thank you. If you went to Iwakuni Middle School, please stand up. You may be seated. If you went to Iwakuni Elementary, please stand. You may be seated. Thank you. And if you went to MC Perry Primary School, please stand up. Thank you. You may be seated. Now for a few glimpses of our seniors in review. Jordan, always the one we're nudging to beat the bell this morning in the race against time. Tyson, ever the warrior, finds himself in endless samurai support meetings. Quiet strength behind determined eyes. Preston, already up before the sun, heads to lifeguard duty, while Peter pushing limits at the gym before or after school. The Farrell Martin dress code sparks debate and creativity, while Ren's fantastic paintings bring color to the halls, and Jasmine's brushstrokes speak louder than words, and Sienna and Sasha capture the pulse of the school through journalism, their pens always moving. Sam Kaspersky, he just keeps growing. Kale, the master of disappearing act, is always trying to sneak out of an assignment with a grin. Zion, a blur of motion while on the track, and Max's tattoos still tell stories of their own. Hezekiah's picture on everything in the office on prank day. Thank you, Hezekiah. Taberg, always shooting at marksmanship. And then there's the return of Nancy, a familiar face in a changing crowd. And Travis Walker, who's leaving, his absence already felt before he's even gone. So let's take a moment to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2025. This year, 39 seniors make up our graduating class. 13 students are graduating with honors. 31 students took at least one AP class during their high school career. 21 students were accepted to a 4-year university, receiving a total of 61 acceptance offers. 8 students were accepted to a 2-year college, and 1 student was accepted to a trade school. 1 student is entering the workforce. 5 students are finalizing their next steps. In total, our seniors earned $972,000 in scholarships. And I'm not done, there's some more. $422 in non-military scholarships and $549,000 in military-related awards. And we are proud to share that 3 students have chosen to serve our country by enlisting in the military. So let me tell you about something simple, something we all know, something that maybe was one of your first utensils in school, which is a pencil. Right now, you're like a freshly sharpened pencil. You're at your sharpest. You're most focused. You're most ready. This is your moment. You're standing at the top of your game, prepared to write the next chapter of your life. But even the sharpest pencil makes mistakes. That's why every pencil has an eraser. You will stumble, you will fall, but you will also learn, grow, and correct your course. Mistakes don't define you, they will refine you. And yes, over time, the pencil wears down, just like life. You'll face challenges that test your strength and spirit. But even as the pencil gets shorter, its message becomes clearer. Look closely and you'll see what it says. MC Perry High School, Iwakuni, Japan. And what does that mean? It means you come from a legacy of resilience, of honor, of strength. You are not just graduates, you are samurai. You carry the spirit of this community, this school, and this journey with you wherever you go. So as you step forward into the world, stay sharp, embrace your mistakes, wear down with purpose, and never forget where you came from. Take your pencil taped to the right side of your chairs that I left for each of you. So you didn't even notice them in practice. Because no matter how short that pencil gets, the mark you leave behind can be powerful, lasting, and true. Congratulations, class of 2025. You are ready, you are resilient, you are samurai.
Thank you, Mr. Englam. This year's class salutatorian is Sienna Igman, graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 4.22. Please welcome Sienna, who will deliver the salutatorian address.
Good evening. For those of you who don't know, my name is Sienna Igman. I'm the salutatorian for this year. First and foremost, I'd like to give a sincere thank you to Commanding Officer Colonel Nesmek, Community and District Superintendents Mrs. Sonia Gates and Dr. Jacqueline Ferguson, respectively, to our Principal and Vice Principal, Mr. Englam and Ms. Wilson, to Mr. Mitchell, our MC for the night, and I would like to give our deepest thank you to Ms. Sullivan, our senior class sponsor. Without her, 0 of the events for the class of 25 would not have been possible, and this graduation would be non-existent. Thank you, Ms. Sullivan. Where is she? Thank you, Ms. Sullivan, for everything. My mom wrote me something in my senior letter last night about when I was being dropped off to my first day in kindergarten. My first instinct wasn't to cry or grasp her hand tighter. It was, "It's okay, Mom, you can go ahead and leave now." And I cannot think of anything more drastically different than how I feel right now. Mom, Dad, I love you, and I truly wouldn't be here delivering this speech if it wasn't for you two. And to my 2 younger sisters, Savannah and Sophia, you are at this inspiration. And to every mom and dad, family member, or parents that has supported the individuals of this class, thank you. I can still remember the first day I stepped into Perry. It was summer, early August, and I was walking from the TLF to the school, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is ginormous. I looked at the school prior to moving here, and I was told it was a ghost school, a small school size of only 300 students and hidden amongst the mountains encapsulating it. I stepped into the school and was greeted by a most congenial and warm man, Mr. Liam, the secretary at the time. I recount the little things as he took me on a tour of Perry. The light blue library rug, the 20-foot tall cafeteria, and the most beautiful tapestry of the Kentai Bridge displayed in our auditorium. All little mementos I carried with me in my walk back to the TLF. I knew I loved this school before I even started a day in it. And now, 3 years later, I know why. You see, Perry may be a ghost school from the outside looking in, but it's filled to the brim with acceptance and support. And as I recount the aforementioned rooms, I can't help but remember all the memories I had in them. All the essays written, tests taken, backs broken from the 3 flights of stairs, and all the tears shed. But most of all, the community. The community at Perry is not one you can find anywhere else. It's a place where love, support, and limitless amiability reverberates from every individual. A place where no matter what, you can't and won't go. And this class of 2025 go unnoticed. In fact, made history. To Mackenzie Steele and Sasha Malone, who led the girls' soccer team to win their 3rd championship banner. To, as Mr. Ingram said, Ren Boslin, who painted the beautiful sports mural in our once barren hallway. To first-time student council member, President Hezekiah C., who instilled spirits and energy into every event. To 3-time sports captain, Xander Grantham. To Natalie Martinez for the restoration of a garden that had once been discarded and forgotten. And to 2 integral students of the senior class, Jackson Jernigan, who has served and committed himself to the MCRA JRTC program, and to Atticus Godfrey, who was fundamental to our band, choir, and drama department. And truly, this doesn't even begin to describe how remarkable every individual in this class is. But beyond the aforementioned lists of achievements, what I'm most proud of is that when things took a turn this year, to not only our school, but to Dodea, the senior class did not back down or look away. They took the opportunity to speak up and stand for their truths. Not only does this highlight our leaps of excellence, but our cultivation of character as a class. Amongst it all, it is the leadership, empathy, and friendship that bonds us. And now we have to leave it all behind. Class of 25, I'm going to ask you to do something, so bear with me a moment. Close your eyes. Think about the people that you've met. The one teacher, or multiple, who made you find the joy in school. And lastly, think about the person you were when you stepped into the school. Now open your eyes. I'd like to leave you all with a line from the book Jane Eyre. I remembered that the real world was wide, and that a varied field of hopes and fears, of sensations and excitements, awaited those who have the courage to go forth into its expanse. Soon to be graduates, though we depart from the school itself, do not forget your experiences. Do not forget who you were before, who you are now. And as we go forth into the unknown expanse, let hope be the certainty amongst the uncertain, that you will become who you were meant to be. Thank you. To the class of 25.
Thank you, Sienna. The members of the class of 2025 will now make a special presentation to their parents and guardians. This year's class valedictorian is Sasha Malone. Sasha is graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 4.32. Please welcome Sasha, who will deliver the valedictorian address.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sasha Malone, your class of 2025 valedictorian. It's both an incredible honor and something profoundly frightening to have been given the opportunity to speak on the behalf of our graduating class in front of hundreds of people while wearing this stupid square hat. Like Mr. Lang would tell you, in what is apparently his tried and true formula for a successful valedictorian speech, every single one begins with the same. I'd like to express sincere gratitude on behalf of our class to Commanding Officer Colonel Rustock for your presence here today. I'd also like to thank Mr. Anglem and Dr. Wilson for their guidance throughout the school year and incredible support for student endeavors. To Ms. Sullivan, our senior class sponsor, thank you for your work in putting everything together for us, and we apologize for being so difficult to wrangle. To Mr. Rossiter, thank you for the speech you are about to give, and for letting us spend an inordinate amount of class time bothering you in your room. Class of 2025, please give a hand to all of the wonderful teachers, administration, coaches, and support staff of MC Perry who have made this year possible. A graduation is a unique event that, more than celebrating an educational achievement, signifies a passage into adulthood and independence. Though I know for a fact that some of my fellow graduates would rather be at home scrolling Instagram reels in bed right now instead of up on this stage surrounded by all these bright lights, I urge you to take a second to pause and take in the moment. There are very few times in life where one will experience such an incredible concentration of love and pride all in one room. I hope everyone feels that love and pride today and feels gratitude for the parents, family, and friends who have bothered to show up for you and have been with you through all the late nights and early mornings, who have weathered all the storms and ultimately have helped you up the steps to the graduation stage. On a personal note, I'd like to thank my mother, who is here, intently listening to and recording a speech she will likely not understand a word of. お母さん、私の後のことにとってもありがたいです。Let's face it, to get to be valedictorian, you have to know a little bit about finding the right answers. Throughout high school, I've learned to answer many different questions in the academic sense, and for this, I thank my teachers. To get to be on this stage, however, there are a few more correct answers that I, and my fellow graduates, have learned along the way. 1. The correct answer, when Mackenzie Steele walks up to you in the hallway and asks you to pretty please take APUSH with her your junior year, should be no. 2. When Mr. Lang walks up to you and asks you about your love life, the only, and I mean the only correct answer is I love life. And maybe the most important lesson of all, when Coach Burns tells you to shoot the ball, the correct answer is yes, coach. Despite now knowing all these things, as a not quite high school graduate, I'm not sure I have the experience to be giving anybody real life advice. Thus, as a true newspaper student, I went looking around for someone qualified to report on the matter. And so I'd like to read to you a few lines of prose by the great American poet Ralph Waldo Emerson. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. He is rich who owns the day, and no one owns the day who allows it to be invaded with fret and anxiety. Finish every day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in, Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. Begin it well and serenely, with too high a spirit to be cumbered with your old nonsense. The new day is too dear, with its hopes and invitations to waste a moment on the yesterdays. How we spend our days is how we spend our lives. And graduates, I urge you to spend the rest of your lives looking forward, rather than looking back. Forget the time your fly was down for that presentation, or when your joke didn't land, or that one time you accidentally called your teacher mom or dad. Forget that time when you tripped and fell on your face in front of all those people. Forget that time you bombed that algebra quiz or lost track of your physics homework. Forget that one time when you were learning to drive and your dad was yelling and you were feeling overwhelmed and stiff and he startled you into hitting that curb in front of the high school. Do not be burdened by worries about the future. You've been well prepared for the world with a solid foundational education. It's okay if you haven't heard back yet from that one special person or that really important opportunity. It's okay if you don't know what to do, or where to go, or how to be just yet. It's okay if you are afraid, but please know that being consumed by worries about making the wrong choice, choosing the wrong school, making the wrong move, or not finding a straight path to success is ultimately an exercise in futility. Believe me, even a full 24 hours of nonstop anxiety about a speech doesn't excuse you from performing it. Letting go is difficult, but it's much easier when you're with the right people. Find support in your family, in your friends, in the community that you will find wherever you go. Find friends that will help you to grow, that will guide you through the fire, that will force the best out of you. Find the kinds of friends that will teach you that you belong, or how to ride a bike, and always remember the Iwakuni community you will forever be a part of as a member of the class of 2025. Graduates, write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. Write it on your heart that each moment is a clean slate on which to write. Today is the first day of the rest of our lives, after all. Write it on your heart that today is not to be wasted wishing for a different one. Graduates, I urge you, as you begin to have more creative freedom in the writing of your stories, to worry not, as what is today a mortification or cause for anxious misery will tomorrow be safely trapped under a new, clean page. And like always, I urge you to stay classy, Iwakuni.
Thank you, Sasha. The class of 2025 has asked Mr. Kevin Rossiter to be their guest speaker, a tribute to his outstanding dedication and support for all students at MC Perry High School. Kevin Rossiter is a CTE technology teacher at Matthew C. Perry High School. Mr. Rossiter has taught at MC Perry for 20 years and has just completed his 26th year as a teacher. Upon graduation from the Rochester Institute of Technology, Mr. Rossiter took a 3-month trip to the US island of Saipan. While in Saipan, Mr. Rossiter built a computer lab for one of the local schools. The experience of building the lab and working with students changed the course of his career and his life. He also met his wife and best friend, Lek, in Saipan 25 years ago. From 2000 to 2002, Mr. Rossiter spent the summers working on his master's degree through Michigan State University at their overseas campuses. He spent the first summer studying in Thailand, the second summer in Switzerland, and the final summer in England. Mr. Rossiter currently teaches graphic design, digital publishing, digital media, and video productions. He has been playing hockey since he started walking and has been playing with the Yamaguchi Club and national team for the past 20 years. He is also the assistant coach of the Yamaguchi Rising Youth Hockey Team and the head coach of the Matthew C. Perry High School varsity hockey team, which remains undefeated since its conception in 2005. Please welcome Mr. Kevin Rossiter.
Thank you, Ren Foslin, for stepping up and taking over for me. Ren has been my switchboard operator for the last 3 years. She's the best switchboard operator for live streams that I've ever had, and one of my favorite students of all time. However, you're all my favorite. We'll get to that later in the speech. It is also Ren's birthday, and it is Preston's birthday. Class of 2025, my message to you tonight is really just a chance for me to get up in front of you one last time to say a big thank you. One final chance to address these outstanding individuals, many of whom I've worked with side by side since their freshman year. It is truly an honor that you've asked me to be here tonight. So thank you very much for having me. Now that I've thanked you, you need to thank me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Not good enough. I've heard the choir for Mr. Hodge. I want it sung. 1, 2, 3. Weak. You're welcome. Now, this is why you're thanking me. I've given this speech, this graduation speech, to 3 senior classes, and the graduation dinner speech to 3 other senior classes. But you owe me the biggest thank you of any senior class I've ever stood in front of for graduation. And why is that, you ask? Because in the year 2025, I now have the option of using ChatGPT to write this graduation speech. So many times during the writing of this speech did I stare at that blinking cursor and thought, I could be done with this task right now if I just visited that website. But I didn't, and for better or worse, the words in the speech came from deep within this flawed man's head. Out of curiosity, I asked AI, what should you not talk about at graduation? The AI came back with death, religion, and politics. Oh, a challenge, I thought. Perfect. Don't worry, I decided against making the theme of this graduation speech. But just remember, if the key to a good life and good communication is good communication, then you have to find a way to talk about whatever it is that is difficult to talk about. There is always a way to talk about the things that are difficult. Now, it's time to transition to the heart of the speech. You know, the part about you guys. For some reason, I feel more connected to this senior class than all the others. And to be honest, I'm having a hard time saying goodbye to you guys. But don't worry, I'm still just as emotionally bankrupt as I've always been. But I couldn't understand why I was feeling this way. But writing this speech has helped me to understand why I feel this way. As a teacher, we're supposed to like and care for all of our students the same. They are all important to us, and they're all our favorites. But human nature is uncontrollable. Deep down inside, we prefer one thing to another. As many of you know, I have only one child, and I think the world of him. I'd like to think that if I had 2 children, I would love them both the same, and I'd never prefer one over the other. But knowing human nature, and especially knowing myself, I often wonder if I could truly do that. I know for sure that if I had 10 kids, I wouldn't be able to control it. With 10 kids, I'd be an expert at knowing which one of my offspring were amazing and which one were simply related to me. I would think the world of at least 2 of those kids. 6 of those kids would be raising themselves, and there would be 2 of those 10 that I'd be counting down the days until they graduated and left my home. Luckily for everyone, I have no plans for a second child. I've been teaching for 26 years, and you are my 20th class here at Perry. And just like a good parent, I'm not supposed to have favorites. But I'm not afraid to say I am human, and as a human, I can say that without a doubt, this graduation class is in my top 3 of all time. And why are you my favorite class of all time? To understand that, we're going to have to travel back through time. Anyone who's been in my class knows how we travel back through time. Ready? Okay, we've ended up in Mr. Rosser's childhood home in New York State. While we're here, let me tell you a few things. My father is a 6-foot-tall Irish American who served his country as a Marine. My mother is a lot shorter than 6 foot tall and is a New York Italian. If you know anything about people from the Northeast, especially of Irish and Italian descent, it is that sarcasm is a love language. The more sarcastic you are with someone, the closer you are to them. I'm very sorry for all those years, Mr. Lang. I thought everyone in the US was like this, until one day I arrived at the melting pot of MCAS Iwakuni, where I realized that a lot of people thought I was broken for expressing my admiration for someone through sarcasm. But the love language of sarcasm doesn't work if it's a one-way street. And of all the graduating classes at Perry, it was the class of 2025 that made me feel the most at home. I could give you countless examples of this class's sarcasm towards me, like the fact that a group of them called Mr. Lang Peepaw Lang and myself Meemaw Rossiter. I still think that Mr. Lang is the Meemaw. Or the 800 Google AI stickers that were put in my classroom when I decided to take a couple of days off for my birthday. I'll be finding them in my room for years to come. But the moment when I realized that this class made me feel right at home was when the class's valedictorian, Sasha Malone, a student who I've never actually taught, came into my room in March and said, "Mr. Rossiter, I wrote an article for the April Fool's edition of the school newspaper, and I was wondering if you could give me permission to publish it." "What's it about?" I said. "Well, you know how you say you start off every day by preparing your 10 pieces of hair? Well, it's about 8 of those hairs being on strike." "Yes, Sasha, you may publish it. But don't you want to read it first?" "Nope, just publish it." "I'm sure you want me to read a snippet, so the title is Follicle Fallout, Rossiter's Hair on Strike." In an unprecedented act of defiance, the final 8 pieces of Mr. Rossiter's head went on strike. Hair number 2 is quoted as saying, "Enough is enough. He eats so many bananas, which are supposed to be good for your hair, but I'm just not seeing the benefits." She would go on to interview 3 more pieces of my hair before ending with the line, "Will Rossiter find a way to negotiate a peace, or will this bad hair day continue?" Class of 2025, I never had a class that made me feel like this before. You've made me feel right at home. You've cured me of any homesick feelings that I sometimes have over the course of a school year. Over time, I viewed you as part of my family. So there you have it. You're my favorite class of all time. But as much as I would like to tell you that you're somehow different than all the other graduating classes, you are not. You are just as scared and nervous about the future as all the other classes. Up until this point in your life, there was always something that you didn't pay for in the refrigerator, a couch that was magically there for your butt to sit on, and hot and cold air that would come out of the vent and make the room the perfect temperature. All for free. What a life. To add to the pressure, the last couple of years, people have been coming up to you and asking you, what do you want to do with the rest of your life? What do you want to be? It was so easy when you were a little kid. There was never a wrong answer to this question. You could say anything and people would say, "That's great. Of course you could be an astronaut or a professional athlete or even the president." Then you made it to middle school where dreams are narrowed down. When high school started, you thought, "I still got 4 long years ahead of me. I'll figure it out." Only that time flew by, and now here you are at graduation. The person to the left of you knows exactly what they want to do with their life, and this is causing you great anxiety. And Mr. Rossiter's speech isn't helping much either so far. But don't worry, class of 2025. I have the answer to the question of, what do you want to do with the rest of your life? The answer lies in the first rule of handling the media. If you don't like the question they're asking, just answer a different one. Instead of focusing on the question of what do you want to be, think more about what you don't want to become. Constantly asking myself this question has helped shape and guide me way more along my journey than knowing what I wanted to be. When I was 15, I had 0 interest in going to college. Then I started to work at McDonald's, and I knew I didn't want to do that job my whole life, so I started on the path to college. I knew I didn't want to cause my own illnesses in life, so I promised myself I wouldn't be a smoker or put any substance into my body that was known to kill someone. I didn't want to be a person who didn't get to travel, so when I heard about teaching internationally, I gravitated towards it. I knew I didn't want to become less active as I got older, so I forced myself to get in a little exercise every day. Of course, I have great role models in my life, like my wife, who went running this morning at 4 a.m. before she did yoga, and my father, who at age 81 still plays
softball, and ice. I don't want to be an old man that jacks my pants up to my armpits, so I'm promising myself that I will be belting off my pants at my hips until my dying breath. And as much as I love my job, I don't want to be someone's 88-year-old high school technology teacher, so I've been constantly saving for retirement since the moment I started teaching. What are the things that you don't want to become? What are the things that you value? What beliefs do you have that you won't sacrifice along the way? Your happiness might not be found in what you want to be. It might be found in making sure you don't become the things you didn't want to become. For those of you heading off to serve your country, thank you. Just remember that you are serving your country. It's your job to serve yourself. Learn a trade, use the GI Bill to take classes, expand your abilities, because someday your service will come to an end and you will have to make the transition back into the civilian population. For those of you heading off to trade school, you are very lucky. This is the kind of work that artificial intelligence can't do. Many of these jobs are highly skilled and highly paid. Our economy will always need someone physically present to do these jobs. To the students heading off to college, I hope you know how many people are envious of the next 4 years of your life, where all you will be asked to do over the next 4 years is to show up and learn. What a privilege that is. You are young, able-minded, and have the ability to survive on ramen noodles and 5 hours of sleep a night. Just remember, this is not some 4-year holiday that you're on. It is a privilege that many others wish they had. Surround yourself with people that are better than you, and you will become a better person. Everything I have in this world, I owe to that piece of advice. I should know. I've been surrounded by this amazing staff of teachers and these Perry graduating classes for years. And I'm a better person today than I was when I arrived here. And so are you. As you go off to call a new place your home, dive into it. Own it like you did at Perry. Give that place and its people the same dedication, kindness, and importance that you gave to Perry. Make them feel like they are a part of your family, just like you did for me and so many others in this community. Congratulations, Matthew C. Perry High School, class of 2025. I love you guys, and thank you for everything.
That was awesome, Mr. Oster. Thank you. Our graduates have excelled academically, and we would like to take a moment to recognize our National Honor Society members who wear the golden stoles to represent their participation in National Honor Society. Please rise when your name is called. Sienna Igman, President. Jasmine Griffin, Vice President. Sasha Malone, Secretary. Natalie Martinez, Public Relations. Adelina Chisholm. Ren Foslin. Xander Grantham. Liam A. Hansen. Denise Rochelle Orozco. Adelicia Ramirez. Hezekiah C. Jenna Sim. Mackenzie Steele. Joseph Steenhoven. And Madeline T-Burge. Please be seated.
Additionally, the following students are wearing the Academic Excellence Medallion, diploma recipients, and for maintaining a 4.0 cumulative GPA throughout their high school career. Please rise when your name is called. Adelina Chisholm. Ren Foslin. Xander Grantham. Jasmine Griffin. Alexa Hips. Sienna Igman. Kale Kitko. Sasha Malone. Natalie Martinez.
Way to go, Natalie!
Venice Rochelle Orozco. Jenna Sim. Mackenzie Steele. And Joseph Steenhoven. Please be seated. Now, to present the graduates of Matthew C. Perry High School with their diplomas is our principal, Mr. Kevin Anglum, who will be aided by our assistant principal, Dr. Sheila Wilson. First row, please stand. Jordan Burford.
For all the hard times I gave you guys. Thank you guys for always guiding me in the right direction in life. I love y'all. I would like to thank the teachers that pushed me throughout the school year. Thank you to my brothers and to my sisters for always being there for me.
Tyzon Burnett.
And the rest of my family for helping me set myself up for success.
Preston Chambers.
For mechanical engineering, and I'm going to get my bachelor's degree. I'd like to thank my family, my friends, and my far-reach journalism team specifically, which included Mr. Roster and Mr. Lang. And for some reason, they made the biggest introvert on the whole entire team become the team captain, which was definitely a very fun and new experience for me.
Adelina Grace Chisholm.
Majored in pharmacy to achieve my goal of earning my PharmD and becoming a clinical pharmacist. I would like to give a big thank you to my family for the endless support, especially my mommy, as she has always shown me unconditional love. My teachers, specifically Mr. Lang, Mr. Mitchell, and Mr. Anderson, for always believing in me. My friends, because without them, I wouldn't have been able to do it, especially Addie and Mackenzie. I love you guys. And lastly, my girlfriend Avanalise, who I know is currently watching the live stream all the way from Cali right now. Thank you for always pushing me to do my best. I love you so much.
Bintu Darbo.
Thank my parents and my sister Adama for taking the necessary risks to give me as many opportunities as possible and for never saying no. I would also like to thank my friends for making me step out of my comfort zone and giving me a senior year to remember. Mom.
Caleb Michael Dempsey.
I want to thank my parents for knowing that I am capable and not letting me give up. If it weren't for my parents always pushing me, I would not be where I am today.
LMA Kwako Design.
Business administration. I would like to express my gratitude to my parents for everything they've done for me and my siblings, my friends who's here today, and my best friends. So thankful.
Kayla Farrell Martin.
After graduation, I plan on attending Mississippi State University to major in sports journalism. I would like to thank my parents and godmom for always coming through no matter what. Kelsey for being my other half, my brothers for being my protectors, and Sam, LMA, Nina, and Maya for being my day ones. I love you guys very much, and I wouldn't have been able to get through high school without you guys. Kayla Wheeler, signing out.
Kelsey Liz Farrell Martin.
With elementary education. I would like to thank my family who are here tonight to support me, my parents and godmother for inspiring me to do better and work harder, my twin for being my other half, and all my friends for making this year special and memorable.
Emilio Javier Flores.
University. I plan on majoring in applied mathematics there. I would like to thank God, my parents, my brothers, and my only sister, and of course, my teachers and friends. Thank you all for your love support.
¡Viva México!
Henry Jacob Flores.
And then after joining the military. I would like to thank my parents for taking care of me all my life. And I would also like to thank my teachers and my mentors that helped me learn along the way.
Ren Skylar Foslin.
There's so many people I want to thank you today. Thank you, Mom, Dad, Adrian, and Jose. I love you guys. I have the best family I could ever ask for. Thank you to the tennis team, FEJ family, Miss Schroeder, Miss Kelm, P. Paul Lang, and Mima Rossiter. I love you guys so much. I've gotten through so much because of you. And for one final time, from all of us here at the Samurai News, stay classy with me.
Peter Benjamin Grandy.
I majored in the Free Seminary and using that degree to further my dreams of becoming an ordained priest in the Catholic Church. I would like to thank the Lord and one and only true King, Jesus Christ, for bringing me
me upon the life you call me upon. I would also like to thank my mom for loving me even when I still continue to ask her if she loves me.
Xander Leonidas Grantham.
Navy ROTC scholarship. I hope to commission into the Navy and become a pilot afterwards. I would like to thank my parents for pushing me to become the best I can be. I never would have came close to where I am today without them. I would like to thank Ayana for always being there for me and supporting me. And I would like to thank my coaches, teachers, and coworkers and friends for always encouraging me and helping me become who I am today.
Second row, please stand. Jasmine Margaret Griffin.
I would like to take a moment to thank the following people. My parents, thank you for all your love and sacrifices. Everything I've accomplished is because of everything you have done for me. My sister for being my greatest supporter and bully. My friends, specifically Lee May Hansen and Ryo Panmaton, for always making me smile. And my JRTC instructors, thank you for all your guidance and the lessons you have taught me. I will continue using them throughout my life, even when I'm no longer in uniform.
Leah Jury Hamner.
I'll also take online courses to major in primary education. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for the endless support, love, and encouragement every step of the way. I'm grateful to have such an amazing family. To Jack, thank you for believing in me and guiding me through my last year of high school.
Leah May Olivia Hansen.
University of Utah. I want to thank my mom and dad for their guidance and patience with me, my brother and sister for all of their support, and my JROTC instructors for their guidance and for helping shape who I am. Finally, I want to thank my best friends Jasmine and Ryle for making my final years of high school the funniest and most enjoyable I've ever had. I love you guys.
Alexa Ann Hips.
I would like to thank the family and friends, especially the teachers throughout my previous school years that have given me the opportunities and support to make this day possible. I am grateful for the sacrifices that my parents have made and the group of friends has made my senior year unforgettable.
Sienna Michaela Igman.
I would like to thank my parents, whose love and support are boundless, my sisters, who are my motivation and inspiration, my teachers, who have always believed in me, and God, who got me through it all.
Sam Kaspersky.
I would like to thank my parents for their unwavering support, my teachers for their guidance, and my friends and teammates for all the memories I'll carry with me. I would also like to give a special shout out to Coach Burns for always pushing me during the basketball season and helping me hold myself accountable both on and off the court. Thank you.
Kale Troy Kitco.
Computer science. I would like to thank my parents for always supporting and believing in me, and my coaches for showing me that I can do anything I put my mind to.
Zion LeCount.
Chattanooga Technical for welding over in Georgia. I'd like to thank my parents for keeping me on task, my teachers and coaches for building me up in my sports and in the classroom. I'd also like to thank my brother Nolan for being there, my friends for making high school an amazing experience, and to Nevaeh, who always pushes me to do my best.
Aiden Allen Ludwig.
In the Space Force and eventually becoming an aerospace engineer. I would like to thank my brother, my father, my mother, my teachers, and my friends for helping me along my journey.
Edward Charles Ludwig.
Albany College getting a degree in engineering. I would like to thank my family for always supporting me throughout the years, my friends for making school feel better, teachers for teaching me everything I've learned so far and helping me when things got tough, and my brother for always being there.
Sasha Hannah Malone.
I would like to thank my family for their endless support and their role in shaping the person I am today. I'd like to thank my teachers and coaches for putting up with me, giving me guidance, and crafting the best possible educational experience. And lastly, I'd like to thank my friends. It's wonderful to have something to be so sad to leave.
Natalie Reiko Martinez.
I studied veterinary medicine to pursue a career in the medical field as a veterinarian. I would like to thank first and foremost my parents for providing an opportunity for me to learn and reach my full potential as a student, and my sister for always supporting me. I would also like to give a shout out to my wonderful and amazing friends for supporting me and always making me laugh. You all help me stay motivated even during the most stressful times. And special shout out to Elena and Naomi. I wish we could have graduated together. You will always be my Papa Coaches.
Oliver Mascoro.
I would like to thank God for giving me my educators to grow in wisdom, especially my family, for I wouldn't be here without them.
Maxwell Marley Mason.
I plan on going to community college for radiology. I would like to thank my family and my friends for helping me through everything.
Third row, please stand. Venice Rochelle Canopio Orozco.
To finish up my GEs before hopefully getting to Cal Poly to major in English. I'd like to thank all my teachers for getting me this far, all my friends here at Perry and back in Lemoore for helping me push through those long hours of studying, and for Nana, Tata, my little brother Ralph, for my little sister Beatrice, for always supporting me despite my incessant chatter. Mahal na mahal kita.
James Howard Peterson IV.
Studying computer science.
I would like to thank Leon, Mom, Dad, and all the friends and teachers who have helped me get to where I am today. Shout out to Miss Kell, Mr. Rossiter, and Miss Cole for being awesome. Have a good summer, everyone.
Barbara Quinteros.
First, I'd like to thank my siblings, Andrew, Eddie, and Amber, for always being my inspiration and keeping me in check. I'd also like to thank my friends for making this year so much fun and memorable. Last but not least, I would like to thank my parents for all their sacrifices and love, most honorably my mom, for always being there and listening to me and giving me the best advice. I love you guys.
Alicia Ramirez.
Majoring in graphic design while making my way to live abroad. I would like to thank my mom and dad for every little thing you guys have done for me these past 18 years. The love, patience, encouragement, and cheers from the sidelines have supported me in ways I didn't know I needed. And to family and family friends overseas, thank you for always being there for me no matter the distance. To all my teachers and coaches, thank you for the meaningful lessons you've taught me. Lastly, to all the close friends I've made over these 4 years, you guys are the reason I smile. Every inside joke and side quest in high school will forever be unforgettable. You guys made it all worth it. I love you all.
Hezekiah Azarias C.
And baking paper. I would like to thank my friends here and abroad. Free Jurgen, free Godfrey. And I'd also like to thank my loving family, mother, brother, and sister that have stuck with me through thick and thin while we've been out here. Love you all. Hezekiah, signing out.
Jenna Tita Sim.
While doing my general education classes with UMGC. I'll then transfer to university to further my education and get on track to becoming a clinical laboratory scientist. I'd like to thank my parents for the endless opportunities that they've given me and for the sacrifices they've made to ensure our family's happiness. You guys have shaped me into who I am today, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. To my beloved friends and teachers, I want to thank you guys for all the laughs we've shared and memories we've created. I love each and every one of you that have been involved in my life, and you'll always hold special places in my heart.
Mackenzie Pre Steele.
Attending Texas Christian University and majoring in nutrition and diet. I would like to thank my family and friends for being with me every step of the way. I would also like to thank Coach Kramer, Coach Burns, Papa Lang, and Mama Rossi for being the best mentors a student could ask for. And of course, I would like to thank Quizlet for helping me keep my 4.0.
Joseph Daniel Steenhoven.
I would like to thank my mom and dad for teaching me to be responsible and to make the right choices in my life.
Madeline Elizabeth T-Burge.
I would like to thank everyone who has helped me become who I am today, especially my parents and sisters, and obviously my dogs. Love you guys.
Nancy Victoria Thomas.
Majoring in environmental sciences and working while in school to support myself. I'd like to thank both of my parents and my friends for encouraging me to do my best in school and always being there for me whenever I needed to talk to someone or make me laugh. I'd also like to thank all my teachers throughout all my years of high school for being kind and helping me whenever I needed.
Travis Walker.
From the start of my academic journey, just like what Drake said. Started from the bottom, now we here. I'd like to also thank my dad for making multiple sacrifices so I could be able to graduate. I wouldn't have done it without him.
Time sight.
Seniors, please be seated.
Mr. Anglin, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Matthew C. Perry High School, it is my sincere hope that today's graduates go forth in life with a passion for lifelong learning, lifelong self-reflection, and a lifelong sense of gratitude for all of the opportunities afforded to them. Mr. Anglin, I proudly present to you the graduating class of 2025. Please stand.
As principal, I certify that these seniors have met all of the requirements set forth for graduation. On behalf of the Department of Defense Education Activity Director, Dr. Beth Navarez, Regional Director for Student Excellence, Ms. Lois J. Rapp, Pacific East Superintendent, Dr. Jacqueline Ferguson, and by the authority vested in me as principal of Matthew C. Perry High School, and by the Department of Defense Educational Activity, I hereby declare that you, as members of the class of 2025, are now graduates of Matthew C. Perry High School. You may turn your tassel. Esteemed guests, I proudly present to you the graduates of 2025. Congratulations.